We're back. The time is now.
Hello, everyone. Hey. Welcome. It is Wednesday midday show. NUFC Undisputed. It only has to be undisputed between me and Win because we always find something to argue about. And we actually didn't have anything. Today? What will it be today? We don't know, but don't forget.
Scrabbling around for news and talk. Anything you want to discuss, stick something in the comment and we'll give it our best shot to have a row.
Let us know in the chat. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, smash the like button, become a member if you can, and enjoy the perks. And what is out there? Let us know in the comment section what you think. Of course, maybe you will direct the show today. Let us know what topics you want to discuss, anything in the chat. But I do have an article from Chris Wolf that I've been thinking about, and it's a Q&A that he's done that we're going to talk about. Don't forget to hit the like button. Very important. Once again, you guys been lacking on that, so smash the like button. Please do so. We are live on the website. We are live on YouTube. It is me and the mighty Win, NUFC Undisputed on NUFC Talk TV. How are the lads? Let's get started. Ding, 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 ding. Mighty Win, ready to be knocked out. Win, you're gonna be knocked out like Canelo did this weekend, man. Boy, you're gonna feel the strength, the power of the American mag. Anyways, lasses and barons and wangas.
You may beat me at arm wrestling and that would be about it. I'm still quicker than you are.
Okay, man. So you
float like a butterfly, see. Sting like a bee.
Oh man. And by the way, the presser was scheduled for earlier today, but we ended up finding out that it was not going to be streamed earlier today. It's going to be streamed today at what is it? The 3:30. So we're going to be live. We're going to be live, of course, for the presser. If not me or Gary, it'd probably be Win, quite honestly. But regardless, we're going to show you. No worries. We're going to be live with the presser and see what Eddie Howe has to say about this situation. And yes, 3:10 is when we're going to be live with that. So stay tuned. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to listen to Eddie Howe as he takes a look ahead of the Barcelona game, which is tomorrow. And we should have the match preview tonight with all the highlights, all the stats and graphics and predictions and lineups, etc. So we got a long lineup today, so stay tuned. And again, don't forget to subscribe and smash the like button. So shout out to everybody in the chat, of course. And let me get you my phone here monitoring.
Jordy Dan, all right, Trulls, Roger Cook, Jordy Dan.
Yeah, that's right. NUFC Talk Extra Time today. There you go.
Anthony Jordy in the Ford, there's a new name for that I haven't come across. Hello, Anthony. PDK.
I've seen Anthony
PDK got a question for us.
For what?
Should people... Oh, PC's harping on about his fantasy league again. Should people be able to join the league 4 games in? Well, that's up to them. It's them that are losing the point. A bit like our prediction league. If you join that, you know, you've missed whatever 4 games, but to be fair, the top of the league's only got 10 points, so you can get up to 5 points a game. So you're only 2 games behind. There's a lot of games to go still. So if you're not in the prediction league, you've still got time to jump in. You'll be a little bit behind, but there's still people on 1 point, 2 point, lots of them.
It's very true. All right, so Chris Wolf did a Q&A on Howe's future, Wiss's fitness, and January transfer window. He called it Inside Newcastle Q&A. I'm thinking he did this the 16th yesterday, by the way, at earlier in the day. So we can kind of go on this to see what we can talk about. The first question was, and I think that fans asked these questions, and of course him as one of the NUFC insiders would know some information on these things. How confident would you be in Howe staying if Man United sack Ruben Amorim or England approach him? From a messenger called Thomas W. Now, listen, there might not be a lot on this, or people might not think that there's a lot on this, but actually, Man United has been rumored as of late to obviously want to get rid of Amorim, although they have backed him as of recent time. But a lot of fans calling different places saying they should go in for Eddie Howe. But the pundits as well. My goodness, the pundits as well do say there's no way you can get Eddie Howe out of Newcastle in this point in age. So it's not going to be a possibility. But Chris Wolf says Manchester United remains a club with enormous cachet, as Newcastle found when they were head-to-head for Brian Mbeumo and Benjamin Sesko, and Howe will not be entirely immune to that. That's the first paragraph of his response, Chris's response. What do you think, Mighty Win, about this situation? Do you think that Man United will be able to persuade Eddie Howe to join them if indeed they were able to sack their manager now and say, well, we want Eddie Howe?
I think Eddie probably believes after this window that he is being backed. I think if we'd had a shitty window, he could quite easily have been persuaded to go somewhere else. But I think he's very, very much, I know you'll poo-poo the idea, but he's very, very much got his feet under the table in Geordie land. And he's very happy. His sons are talking Geordie. This is his. As long as he does, as long as he feels he's being backed, and he's had lots of reasons not to believe that. But as long as he thinks we're moving forward, I think he's here for a long, long time.
So this thing says critically, Howe also has a significant, I know you won't admit to this, also has a significant power at Newcastle. And he would struggle to find another elite level club.
I agree with that, but I think it's right that he should.
Right. And so, but this says that he would struggle to find another elite level club who would offer him a similar scope when it comes to being entirely in control of the first team domain, being the strongest voice in recruitment, to the extent that senior players are not acquired without his say-so, and even now being consulted to a degree on the next sporting director appointment, with Forrest Ross Wilson as the front runner. I think that's a lot of power that a manager should have. But if Eddie Howe, if Eddie Howe wants the power, he's not going to find it.
That definitely would alter the balance. If he was to have that power, for want of a better expression, taken away.
Influence
you would ask, probably a better word.
You would ask why other teams like Man United wouldn't give him the power. I mean, they kind of did that with Eric Ten Hag, and then they have to obviously go back from that. They're not going to give it to Amorim. So maybe assuming that they made a mistake.
Very, very much his control of the club is a factor in him being happy here. And unless he was assured wherever he decides to go, unless he gets assurances that that'll be the case there, I don't think he'll go. England, on the other hand, is another matter. The reason I don't think he'll go to England yet is because that's not where he gets his kicks, and I don't think he'd be a good England manager. I think he's a bit like Keegan in that respect. You know, when Keegan got the England job, I thought, get in, we are going to have one fantastic. But Keegan's tactical nous became apparent when it wasn't all about his motivational powers, when he already had a group there of elite, absolute top draw footballers. and he couldn't mold them into a winning team. He couldn't change it to, with the famous 2-0's a dangerous lead to have against Colombia. He just like a rabbit frozen the headlights.
Yeah, but
And my one concern about Eddie is that when we have built up this squad that we're definitely well on the way to now, with quality players in all positions and cover for them, my worry is, and always has been, that his game management is not up to scratch.
quite honestly, though, if you think he got any scrutiny from fans here, Eddie Howe would be in very, very deep waters 20 times over at Man United for some of his deficiencies. That's something you can't really ignore either.
And Eddie Howe is a very, very, very intelligent man. And do you think he doesn't know that? Which is yet another reason which could.
But it also makes you question. I mean, if that's a thing, it makes you question over here as well. Like, do we want a manager that's not?
Well, we don't know that he's not, because he's never had the opportunity yet to prove that he is.
So when is that going to?
Well, when, for example, if we'd had Wissa fit, if we'd had Ramsey fit, he's with everybody fit in our squad now. With everybody fit in our squad now.
Here we go.
There is no reason at all why we shouldn't be challenging for the title, in my opinion.
So now you're opening. He's doing it. He's opening the umbrella just in case. Now he's saying that Ramsey's injured. Wissa's injured, therefore Eddie Howe, poor Eddie, he can't do anything else with the squad that he has. No.
But specifically up front. I mean, if we were to get another injury up front, no, we're not good.
We are. But Kevin says, what is Wynn talking about not being back? The guy got $200 million to spend and is now involved in hiring the DOF. Well, he's been backed. I think that's what you said anyway.
And that's exactly what I've said. I'm saying
we can't keep going on about injuries.
This minute he'll even consider going to Man United because he has been back.
No, I agree with that, but you can't be going on about injuries now. So he's not really. We won't know until blah blah blah. Listen, this is the squad he's got, man. Injuries will happen. That's not a thing that you don't get to be judged on a season if you had injuries or not. I mean, injuries do happen, and so if you really want to be so this season is this season for Eddie Howe, as far as proving that he can manage it. I don't know that this is a squad of elite names though. We don't have stars here. So we'll never know until we do.
I don't know if you heard that, but I've got somebody at the door. Excuse me.
Okay, go on. That's fine. But we shall see. We'll wait for Wynn to come back, of course. So let us know what you think in the comment section down below. I agree with, Rebecca's in the building. Afternoon, everyone. Afternoon, Rebecca. How you doing? Hope all is well where you're at. Let us know where you're from, by the way, all of you. So let us know where you're watching, where you're viewing, where you're listening. Let us know. We want to know who and where in what part of the world you are tuning in from. Trolls, the only thing that's keeping Howe from being a top-class manager is his in-game management. And at some point, he's going to have to get it sorted. He's not a young lad, by the way. He is in the great scheme of things. But as far as learning is concerned, he's going to have to learn rather quickly. I don't agree with Wynn about England, that he's not an England manager. I mean, I don't agree with that. He might like England or might not like the type of job, but I don't think he would be a bad England manager. We don't know, but the fact of the matter is, if you believe what he said that England never approached him. So, and there's a lot of criticism from different people say, why wouldn't you approach one of the best, if not the best, English manager out there? Eddie Howe did say he wasn't approached.
Well, and he probably wasn't approached officially by England, but I have got no doubt at all that the hierarchy at England, at the FA, approached somebody and said, "Can you ask Eddie if we asked him to come, would he?" And he said no. So then he wasn't approached. So he can quite honestly turn around and say he wasn't approached by England. He might have been asked by a third party, would he be interested? But
that could be a possibility. Jay asked a question. The question is, when we hit that full squad, does Howe have the game management for a super squad? Well, we'll never know. Well, we will know.
As I said, Jay, that is my concern. That is my concern with Eddie.
At some point, he's going to have to get it done, man. It's not about...
Yeah.
So, yeah, but, you know, we can't keep excusing him that he's learning. He will learn, blah, blah, blah. He's got to learn. He's got to learn. Gas here says he got $200 million to spend and ended up with bang average signings. Be lucky to finish top 10. Ooh, Gas, NUFC.
Well, we'll agree to differ there.
So, you know, Sonny Gates had...
But on that subject, of course, the other thing you have to take into consideration is Newcastle's expenditure in comparison with the rest of the teams, you know, the top teams in the league.
Yeah, but that...
eighth. So eighth is really where we should be in terms of spending and, you know, transfers, wages, everything.
I totally disagree. I think wages it could be it, but what you pay for players, I disagree with that totally. I think there's not a single paper between...
What you pay for players inevitably has a bearing on what you're paying them in salaries.
I don't think so. No. Voltemata has nothing to do, for example, with the fee on Voltemata. He himself has said it. Has nothing to do with the fee, nothing to do with any of that. But he has everything to do with his salary. He knows what he wants to get paid. So, but he has no conversation, nothing to do with what the fee that's paid to where he came from. Where was it? I forgot now. Stuttgart. And there is barely a cigarette paper between Voltemata, Sesko, and Ekitiki. So you can pick your poison there. But the others cost a lot more. But look at Sesko and what he's doing now. To me, barely.
Well, again, look at Sesko, what he's doing now at Man United.
Well, there you go. But it is what it is. But the stats and what they've done for
look what Ekitiki is doing.
But the stats and what they've done for their previous club is very similar. So I'll be honest, I didn't even know about Voltemata.
That's not true either. Effectively, Voltemata's had half a good season, compared to Sesko, who's had 3 seasons.
Yeah, I'm talking about last season. I don't know. I'm going to go back in
well, it was
in
only
time
half a season last season. Effectively, he was out. He was on
the same thing with Tonali, Declan Rice, Caicedo. Tonali is much better than both of them, but they cost double. So the cost can be anything. The cost can be anything. We know that, but it doesn't matter. But what I'm saying, the cost can be anything. Just like Anthony cost like 80 million. Who's going to pay 80 million for him? Only Man United and Ten Hag, right? So it's cost is cost, man. That's really, not.
Historically, it's a totally linear graph. The more money you spend on players' salaries, the more points you get. It's a straight line like that. There's no deviation from it at all, virtually.
Yeah,
the team that pays the biggest wages gets the most points.
Wiss is not worth 55 million, but we pay 55 million for him. So, it's what the selling club wants, and between whatever they come into agreement, that's what it is, man.
It's going to be interesting to see because nobody knows yet. I haven't seen it written down anywhere how much Voltemata's getting paid, how much Wissa's getting paid.
He's Voltemata's probably got to be on 130 or something. That's what probably close to what Isak was on. So I would say Wissa nowhere near. Wissa's not going to be. Wissa might be close to 100 though. I would say. But it'll be interesting to see.
So then what happens is then you're seeing Newcastle's expenditure on salaries going up, and as I've said,
Not by much.
But as that goes up, you expect to get more points.
Yeah, but it's not going to go up by much. If Voltamata replaces Isak and Callum Wilson was the one, what, 70? Or something like that? You know, and Wissa replaces that.
70 in bonuses, right? But all I'm saying is, with our dealings this window, and of course, with the additional better contracts that we've given to other players, the salary's going up all the time. So we expect to get more points all the time.
Apology, according to Ginesta, says Wissa is on 140 and Voltamata 132. 140 for Wissa, wow. Boy, you better get the scoring.
140 is for nothing for a 19-goal season.
But it is because of who you are as a club and where you are in as far as income.
So now you're saying who you are as a club and where you are in the pecking order.
No, not pecking order. I'm not talking about pecking order. I'm talking about how much income you make. You can't pay more than you make, man.
And you don't think that Newcastle have been outperforming where they should be given those circumstances?
No, I don't think so, because we got pretty good players. We had Isak, one of the best strikers in the world. We had the best midfielder in the world, alongside one of the other midfielders, one of the great midfielders. Joelinton is a pretty good asset. Nobody's going to buy Joelinton, but it goes under the radar. We got Kieran Trippier on his good day. We got good center backs. England international. You got Fabian Schär, who's good.
England
not
international
great, but good.
That were bought for 12 million.
Okay, but it doesn't matter. But it is what it is now, man. Stop looking at where it came from. Yeah, he was pushing cards at whatever in Newcastle, but that's a long time ago. Now he's a good player. So, we can't keep going back to justify that we are a rubbish club. Because they're good.
Oh, it's got nothing to do with the coaching.
No, the coaching is something, but they are still able to do the work themselves. So, regardless, we have a team. We finished in Champions League when we had a rubbish team, more or less, and cabbage head players. We finished Champions League last season, and now that's where we should be at. We should be finishing Champions League. We got really excellent players, man. We got excellent players.
Right at all to be finishing Champions League.
Get out of here, man. See, you're a loser mentality, man. Loser mentality, man. Get no right to you. What are you talking about? No right. No, it's not being a realist. A realist is looking at it and say we finished in Champions League the last 3 seasons.
So you're Liverpool. Should you be fighting for the Champions League?
About winning it, yeah.
You should definitely be in it. Arsenal, should they definitely be in it?
Yeah.
Man City, should they definitely be in it?
Yeah.
Chelsea, should they definitely be in it?
Yeah.
Tottenham, should they definitely be in it?
No.
Man United, should they definitely be in it?
No.
Well, you're saying no, why not?
It's a historic
why
club.
Why are Man United fans not entitled to think we should be in the Champions League?
Yeah, because that should be the standard of the club. But when they look at what their squad is and does, no, they shouldn't. We look at our squad and say, wow, this squad should finish in Champions League. Tottenham they're hoping that they're going to be in there, but they don't have a squad to say, you know what, I'm going to be there every time. Maybe there should be a fight for it.
Squad now, and I'm going to buy
no. So they're going to be in a fight just like we are, right? But Liverpool and Man City are the ones to say they need to be fighting to win the Champions League. Arsenal,
Man City,
they're not going to do
Arsenal,
that.
Chelsea.
But Arsenal is not fighting to win it. No.
We are trying to get into that on half the revenue.
No, Man United are never going to win the Champions League, man. You're not going to see them win the Champions League. They're a rubbish club. Chelsea are building to that, but they're in no position right now to say we are candidates to win the Champions League. No, they're not. Since who? No, they're not. The only teams that have
they've just won the Club World Cup, beating the Champions League winners.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not going to diminish that because I do give it some type of prestige. not all in the world, but at the end of the day, as far as English clubs are concerned, Man City and Liverpool have the squad and history to say we're gonna win the Champions League. Other clubs don't. Arsenal don't. Arsenal might have a squad to push for it, may be able to do it. Who knows? But that's not my pick. The vast majority of fans are not picking Arsenal to win the Champions League, man. Come on. Not even the Premier League.
I'm not picking Arsenal to qualify for the Champions League. No, I mean,
not even the Premier League, which is crazy. Not even the Premier League. So, we got enough squad to say we should be qualifying for Champions League season in, season out.
However, I'll tell you what.
Tottenham.
If Arsenal get rid of Arteta and get a proper manager in, then there'll be a force to be reckoned with because they have got the players.
I had some comments here from people. There were people where they were watching from. So I lost it because I wanted to give people. Somebody was from Saudi Arabia there, and I wanted to give him a shout. But it's Mickey Bengley. He says, "Hi Chris and Win. Hope all is well. Just to come on the show, Eddie Howe. Is Eddie Howe leaving? No, he's not leaving. But we're having a conversation on the possible link from Man United. I don't think he will leave from Man United. I think they're a rubbish club. So I don't think he will leave Newcastle for that. Mubarak says, watching from Saudi. Much love. Keep the good work up. Shout out to Mubarak. And then we got here Rebecca from Sunny Gateshead. There you go. Shout out to Rebecca. By the way, if any of you want to be involved in talk football, let us know. Send us a message. You can send me a message at chris@nufc.tv. And if you want to make an appearance on the show, you can do so. So we can work that out.
Always looking for talent.
Always looking for talent, men, women, whoever it may be. Never mind, not going to go that route. I guess there's only two choices.
David Rich is saying Howe wants to win the Premier League and the Champions League, so why would he even contemplate the graveyard known as United? Yeah, or the England job where he would not be coaching every day. And that's my reason for him not wanting the England job, because I think Eddie gets his kicks out of improving players. That's his whole raison d'etre. He wants to make players better. And my God, has he not done
that? Let me see.
And at Bournemouth, by the way.
Martin Bland says he has said in the past that he wants club management. He wants club management. Yeah. The day to day would not relish the press attention that the England job entails. Press attention.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Are you saying the England doesn't get president attention? Press attention, man.
It gets more. That's what he's saying. You wouldn't welcome. Yeah. You wouldn't welcome the press attention.
Well, but quite honestly, though, that tells if he doesn't like that tells you one thing about him being an elite manager. Elite managers have to deal with press attention. That comes with it. You don't go to Real Madrid and say,
"Does anybody handle press attention better than Eddie?" Because I've never seen anybody handle press better than Eddie.
Oh, my God.
In very, very difficult circumstances.
He gave in the other day about Isak, and also he buckled before when the Isak situation. So, he's slipped a few times. But you don't go to Real Madrid saying, I don't want pressure, please. Don't ask me any questions. I just want, are you kidding me? You have to have a backbone, too. To be a manager of Real Madrid or Barcelona.
The point that was just made was that's one reason that he wouldn't want the England job.
Because of press attention.
Because of press attention, yeah.
So that just tells you. That's one thing.
What?
When you're an elite manager, you have to be used to the press attention. There's no such thing as...
It just tells you that's not his bag.
Well, he's going to have to deal with it if he's going to be an elite manager.
Well, no, you can be an elite manager at Newcastle United and deal with it the way he's dealing with it now.
If we win titles and we become an elite club, press attention will be there, bro. It will be there. Press
attention's there already.
No. Never mind. Fucking hell, man. You just don't get it, man. Anyway, Gavin Fuller. So if Tonali got injured, Chris, that should not change our league position. Injuries are genuine reason if you're a main player. Yeah, if those players go down. Yeah, if Tonali gets hurt, we're done. We're done. So just pack it in.
You're just saying the opposite of what he's just said.
No, I didn't. If Tonali
he's
gets
saying
hurt,
if Tonali got injured, it should not change our league position.
well, I think it will. I think it will be in trouble. Yeah. Yeah, but you're talking about the best player of the team, and you're not talking about Wissa. Wissa hasn't even put a shirt on. So how is that? You know, you opening the umbrella for Eddie already when it hasn't been raining yet. When Tonali goes out, that's raining. That's pouring down, brother. It's pouring down.
I think we'd cope without Tonali.
No, it won't.
As well as we cope without a striker.
What a wanga, man.
Prove that we're wangers.
Man,
I'm not saying that Tonali
is over.
Isn't excellent. He is excellent.
Well, I hope not. Yeah.
But we could get by without a midfielder, as good as he is. Trying to play without a striker is just pointless.
Don't you understand that without Tonali, with the ball, the striker won't even sniff the ball, man. That's the problem.
No, I don't agree with that for 1 second.
And he is the balance. He's the equilibrium. Without him, we fall over. Trust me, man.
He makes us better, without a doubt.
No, you know what it is? Tonali, if Tonali is gone, I'm going to give you a perfect example, is when Rodri leaves Man City. You seen that team without Rodri?
We are knackered.
Knackered, man. And that's what's going to happen with Newcastle if he goes down.
Because we'll be playing with
him. No, it won't be.
For a couple of games.
No, it won't be. Well, who? Against freaking Mighty Win FC somewhere. You know, we should be able to beat teams like the ones we're going to be playing in the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. You know, the ones that are school
Bradford
level.
City.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? So that's going to be about the main games without Tonali. Boy, yeah, it's not. I mean, come on, Rebecca, tell this guy, man. There you go. She's telling you, man. It's Andy CB, we are open midfield without Tonali. Come on. Without Tonali, do we win without Bruno? Bruno we can replace, no doubt. I mean, there's that numpty stat that we don't win with
we've
Bruno.
never done it.
Only with Tonali on the pitch. We don't count him, though. You know, so...
We've never won without Bruno.
Okay, well, that ain't saying... That's just... I mean, nothing. But Jordy, then losing to Tonali would be massive. Massive blow.
Not that we ever have to be without Bruno, because he's just a metronome. He just goes, he's like what do they call the bunnies? The Duracell bunny. He
Energizer
just goes
bunny.
on and on and on and on and on.
Jordy then says losing Tonali would be a massive blow. We'd have to manage as a team. No, you said we weren't. It's more than one person. But we would have to readjust our expectations. Well, I mean, it would be extremely difficult, man. We don't want that problem. You know, he said we'll have to see. No, we won't. I don't want to see nothing. Exactly, Gavin Foot. When Tonali, when Eddie Howe decided, when he finally saw the light and realized after a hard quest, going into the mountains to meditate and realize that Longstaff was not better than Tonali. After he suffered, those consequences, he went to the mountain. He hiked for miles and miles, and just to come into that understanding, that really hard search that he did, and he came about. The gods told him, Tonali's better than Longstaff, bro. He realized that. Boom, our season changed in an unbelievable way, to where we won the cup. Imagine that. So there you go. But then some people will say,
a good comment there by Jason. I share your concern, Mighty Win and Chris. He's doing a phenomenal job these last 4 years, and we love Eddie Howe. Perhaps the club could encourage Howe to learn more, surrounded by the greats. I wouldn't, and I bet he wouldn't have any, because bear in mind, when he was out on his sabbatical, he went around all of the various clubs in Europe, talking to Simeones and everybody, and learning from them. And I don't think he would be averse to having a an older head, and an experienced, proven winner whispering stuff in his ear. I think he's high, as I said before, highly intelligent. He'd be more than willing to learn.
PDK, how did we do when Sandro was banned? We were not good. That's how we did. Remember that. Remember that, man. Hey, appreciate what you have now. Better appreciate what you have, and you better take care of what you have.
What you got to remember is when Sandro,
you better take care of what you have.
When Sandro was banned, we had the most horrific injuries that any other, the worse than any other club. More games missed
until Tottenham had
any other club in the Prem, and certainly the worst injury crisis that we've ever had at Newcastle United in the 60-odd years that I've been going.
Jordan says, imagine having Willock in that Tonali. Well, Winter will be all right, so I guess we should be all right.
Well, I think we'd have Maley instead of Tonali.
Don't do
hang
that
on, you're the one that was trumpeting Maley last night. You can't have it both ways.
Yeah, I can actually. I can say he's a good player and not have to agree with you saying that he's better than Tonali or a replacement for Tonali if he goes out.
But he would be the replacement. It wouldn't be Willock.
And that just means
we are knackered.
Exactly. So yeah, come on, man.
You never know. That it might be. Who knows? That could just be the catalyst that we need for Maley to come in and blossom into the player that we all hope he can be, that he shows promise that he can be. But he's not getting the chance to, the way Elliot Anderson has done at Forest and England. Man of the match twice.
Man. These
silence is golden.
Yeah, right. Because I'm knocking now, man. I just can't. Tonali, we're still going on Tonali, and other players gonna be better than him. Blah blah blah. Okay, now Rebecca, how spend weeks in a sweat lodge on a vision quest to realize Tonali was undroppable? Exactly, man. And now this guy wants to put Miley in. Neither man. You put Lewis Miley in, we'll be alright. Fucking hell, man. Tonali is undroppable, unmovable, untouchable. Plain and simple. You touch everybody else. Tonali, leave him there. Mind your business. Everybody else can come out. So as long as we are in agreement with that, perfect. But I could use Ramsey, though. I like Ramsey. But he's going to have to stay healthy.
Yeah, but he's not a Tonali either.
No, but he's a midfielder. I'd rather have him over any. If we had to put any midfielder anywhere, our first choice should be Ramsey right now.
I would have Ramsey in for either Bruno or J7, but I would have Maley in for Tonali.
Yeah. David Cook, Tonali season out. We only had 14 first squad of players available and just missed out on Europe.
Yeah, that's right. 10 games in December with 13 players. And that's right. 10 games in 30 days with a squad of 13. Phenomenal achievement getting where we got to.
Well, we got a super chat here. Thank you, Olusula. Again, it says, Howe is massively underrated. Which of the so-called elite managers can lead a team from relegation to... We're in relegation, though. So I mean, let's not... We probably were going to get relegated, but we didn't.
We're definitely going to get relegated. There's no ifs or buts.
Well, we don't know that. We don't know that. But, yeah, it looked that way. But we weren't in relegation. So, but anyway...
We're in 19th position. That's relegation.
Going relegation positions, you should say. But we weren't in the championship, and then he brought us back, and then became all of this. He did all of this. So show that super chat again. I didn't finish reading it. Joey says, like a Mexican standoff here. There you go. managers can lead a team from relegation to cup with the sources he has had. Respect. Listen, I respect it.
Correct, Asula. Well said, that man.
Or Lusola, not Osula, but anyway. He's not Osula.
Yeah. Freudian slip there. I am comparing you with our upcoming superstar.
Well, that's not comparing you to much, Olusala. Don't take that compliment. But here's the thing: I respect Eddie Howe. I think he's a good coach, a good manager, and he needs to stick to that. When my only issue has been obviously game management, decision making, and in important games. We shall see if he continues with that.
Team selection, substitutions.
We shall see if that continues, and but also
that
most importantly
is enveloped by game management.
Most importantly, I don't think he should have decisions where he doesn't need to. Plain and simple. He's a good coach. He needs to stick to that. He's not an executive. He's not a man. He's not a director. So that's my only issue with him and the cult. The cult will say that he is Jesus incarnated, and I think it's a travesty.
No cult anywhere.
There you go, right there. See, that's part of the cult. It's like a drug addict telling you they're not drug addicts. There you go, plain and simple. And by the way, somebody telling you you're using the heck out of that shirt. You might want to wash, man. That's what James Cuff was telling me.
It only goes on for an hour. It's been on, so that's 3 hours. It's been on for. No.
Let me see more comments here. A team season had a good one actually. There we go. Question, Chris. Tomorrow night you are going to find out how good Eddie Howe is. He's going up against one of the best managers in history.
Multi-title winner, World Cup winner.
Hansi Flick is not one of the most best managers in history, man. Fucking hell. He's a good manager in the world right now. But the team is playing really good, though. I will give you that. That's what he's going up against. Not a World Cup winner, manager, Champions League winner. Okay. But listen, I got you. He's got more qualifications than Eddie Howe to get any job in the world. So yeah, I agree with that in that sense. And listen, we will see. If Eddie Howe and Newcastle United, because that's the club we follow. Let me just remind you.
Treble the revenue, by the way.
And treble the debt as well. So you tell me. If he's able to beat Barcelona, then obviously that's going to be a massive step towards him proving himself to the masses. 100%. There's no doubt about it. So we shall see tomorrow. And if we do, I'll come here and tell you. I don't have anything against Eddie Howe. I just call it for what it is, man. Listen, I know that's unusual in Newcastle. No, Newcastle some local fans are just blind. Mighty Win leads that, but that gang, I get that, but
local fans.
I don't have that blindness. I just see things and say what I think is right. I think is wrong.
You just have blind faith.
No, not at all. I praise Eddie Howe.
We should be here. We should be here. We should be doing this.
Yeah, that's the way it works. Yeah, teams has to have expectations.
That's not the way it works.
Yeah, but it is. The team has to have expectations. That's the way it works, man. That's what football works. Life works.
They've
really.
got to have expectations.
So you can't just say, yeah, well, we get to be mid-table now, or we to get no. Newcastle United should be fighting for Champions League every season. 4th, 5th, 6th.
Fighting for Champions League. Yeah.
Newcastle United should be 4th, 5th, 6th, fighting for to. Yeah, that's what I said. Anyway, what did you think I said? Fighting for the title. Never said that. I said Man City and Liverpool have made improvements and have a squad to say we need to win the Champions League or else. The rest of the clubs need to be qualifying for Champions League. There's only a few spots available. I'm saying Arsenal. I'm saying Newcastle, Chelsea. You can say Tottenham in there. I don't know about Aston Villa. Man United are rubbish, man. But that should be their expectation. So 5 clubs there to fight for, 3 to 4 spots? That shouldn't be that hard. Only one doesn't make it. So, and if Man United, look at them now. Where are Man United in the table, by the way? Let me see. Let's go to the Premier League table, which I don't even look at until really a lot of weeks in.
10 games.
Let's just look at
That's when you look at the Prem.
Man United 14th. Man United 14th. Newcastle 10th right now. So And again, all this can change. And I even see Sunderland fans celebrate. I don't know what they're celebrating about. All of this means nothing. But they got 7 points on the board. And
they're in a country, they're in a European spot at the minute.
Yeah, at the minute. We still got 20 years left in the league, man. You know, right. So it's irrelevant where you're at. That's what I'm saying. It's small time mentality, bro. You know, it's unbelievable to me. And Liverpool as well. Liverpool talking about we got the points, we got all that. What they're doing is not sustainable at all. Liverpool are playing rubbish, man. People don't call it out. They are playing rubbish. They just have luck that's unbelievable. I don't know that you can't count on luck, but luck counts, and that's the way it's been working with Liverpool, man. I'm telling you, when you like that one. See, I teach Win a new thing every now and then. You know, it's like a dog. You know, I teach him a few tricks here and there, and he learns, and he's happy about it. So there you go. I taught you that once.
Sadly, it doesn't work the other way because he learns.
Well, you gotta teach something. You gotta be able to teach something. So you go to the pub, you use my phrase. You gotta give me credit now when you go there. My master, the American.
Have I not given you credit every time I've used it?
No, but I
was impressed.
When you go to the pub, you gotta say, "My master, Chris the American Mag, taught me this."
My
Namaste.
Master, fucking hell.
Namaste, and there you go. But wait, don't forget Eddie Howe's presser later on today at 3:10 p.m. You can join us for that one. We're going to be live for that, and of course the match preview. Newcastle
Still haven't
United
got that on the website.
Barcelona.
By the way.
Yeah, they do actually. Again, trust me, man. Just trust me. Anyway, Jose taking Benfica job. Well, listen. I think the Jose Mourinho trip thing has passed. The train has gone by now, man. I don't think Mourinho is even thought of. Quite honestly, there's no thinking of Eddie Howe's replacement. Now you can argue that, by the way. You can, because a proper CEO or DOF in this particular case should have somebody in mind in case. You got to play. You got to be thinking about everything that could go wrong. But I don't think but the club is not really looking for it. Eddie Howe is got his job secured. Any fan that tells you Eddie Howe should be sacked is a numpty. Quite honestly, I know that some people were saying in the chat, well, when we're talking about Man United and possibly trying to get Eddie, some saying that Bogey and Jefferson should be celebrating this link. But from what I've heard them out of their mouths, they have never said Eddie Howe needs to be sacked. I may be wrong. Maybe I didn't listen correctly. So I don't think anybody's calling for Eddie Howe to be sacked. But
you're not listening correctly. Surely not.
No, that ain't gonna happen. Trust me. No matter what people tell you. I remember everything. I'm like an elephant. I got an elephant's brain and body.
An elephant's appetite.
But anyway. Hey, listen, I don't go with that rule, man. Cows are fat and they eat grass, and you tell me how they're still fat. Anyway, so thank you.
That's why I don't eat salad.
There you go. Tonight is suspended for a season. Remember Chris? Then had to be eased into the team. Took months to be eased, and every time he played, he was ready, man. And look, let me ask you this: that's an issue as well, Donnarumma. Coming off the plane, go in and do your thing, son. Bang, 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 get it done. Same thing with his the Egyptian, the second to the throne to the Egyptian pharaoh of that Salah is for Man City, Marmoush. Came in, boom, play. That's what I'm saying. When a manager knows there's a talent there, just put him in there. It's football, man. What do you think he was playing? Cricket? No, he's playing football. Put him on the pitch. You know
all about cricket, don't you?
Yeah, you just hit the twat with something else, and then people go and follow it and all that. So it's not hard, But it's not like Marmoush was playing some other sport and he has to get active. No, put him on the pitch, man. That's what what's his name, Guardiola has done with certain players. Eddie Howe never does that. We're gonna see Malik Chiao. Malik Chiao, bro, God bless his soul. He's waiting there for some to play against Bradford SC.
Is
probably
waiting until Eddie knows he's ready.
Yeah, well, until Eddie knows he's ready. Yeah, that's happens
what
with
happens.
every player,
And what happens when he waits and then brings them in? They set the place alight. A la Tonali, a la Lewis Hall, a la Livramento. When he says they're ready, and they come in and they prove they are ready.
We called out for it was me and Roy at the time. We called out for Lewis Hall to come in. We were calling out, and every time he came in, he performed.
And Lewis Hall,
every time he came in, he was ready.
Every time he came in, he was ready.
Come on, man. Every time he came in, he was ready. I can only go on what I see. And every time we called, and as soon as he put him on, he was ready to play. So this whole he had to wait 20 years for him to get ready. That's nonsense. So let me see here. Jolinta says, Chris, you lost weight. Thank you, man. If I look like that, I've been trying, though. I've been certainly trying, man. I do eat salads now. Just plain old chicken, just seared chicken and salad and a sweet potato. Just to every day, man, every night. Sometimes I do cheat though, and eat some Mexican every now and then. But I try to keep it. That way. So,
got the Mighty Myth Magician official fan club there saying it's like watching a married couple used to.
No, it's proper banter, proper discussion, debate, and that's it. No more than that. But cheers to everyone that's doing it. That's
undisputed for nothing.
It is undisputed. And you see on the thumbnail, he's losing his marbles while I'm just cool and collected. Did you see the thumbnail, Win?
Well,
you didn't even see.
Whatever you do, you know.
When you didn't see the thumbnail, you're not even paying attention.
I did see the thumbnail. I didn't. I chose not to remark on it because it just flatters your ego.
No, it doesn't. But it's the truth though. And people, actually, some people, it's unfortunate how what this world is turned to. But some people do watch you just to get upset with. And this is the thumbnail right here. Look at that. Oh, come on, man. And I'm just cool, calm, and collected. Wells Mighty Win is losing his.
Except that wasn't in the same conversation.
Yeah,
you just work your Photoshop magic and.
No, but that was you. Is that not you yelling?
It is me yelling, yeah.
Okay, then that's you yelling, upset, fire all over you, and I'm just
find out where you got it from, what I was saying, and what you'd said at the time. No doubt, because there's only you I'd be yelling at like that.
And it's only you yelling like a one guy. But anyway.
Oh, maybe Jefferson. It could have been Jefferson I was having to go at.
Or Bokey. You yell at Bokey all the time too. Yeah, we already talk about that Bokey man.
Bokey's taken over the Jefferson mantle. But actually, not to be fair to Bokey is I'm sick of him having to turn around and say, hey, I'm going to have to agree with you again with.
He doesn't like doing it.
Yeah, Bokey and Jefferson always like a little dig at Eddie. There's every chance they get.
So Jeff, but see that's what James Cuff is here, using the truth to manipulate the actual truth, right? And let me explain that, because he says like Walter Matic, Chris, that he doesn't put, he doesn't wait a long time. He puts in players like Walter Matic in with no, really. I mean, what other striker can play? Please don't say Osula, because Gordon plays instead of Osula. So Eddie Howe is definitely forced to play Walter Matic, and no choice actually. He has to play.
It would have been very interesting
if Wissa was available.
Had Wissa
and
been
I would
available.
still be saying that Walter Matic needs to be playing, but Wissa would have been playing. I guarantee it. That's what
I'll guarantee. Well, it can never be guaranteed because it's water under the bridge now. But if Wissa had played, we would have scored more than one goal. There you go.
Yeah, well, and David Cook, Chris is the Peruvian American who is an expert in all things, including cricket. All you gotta do is hit the twat, man. It comes bouncing. Hit the twat with that paddle there, and all the twats grab it.
I tell you what I'm gonna get for the next time we're on. I'm gonna get you the rules of cricket for a stranger. They are. I don't know if anybody's heard them. They're hilarious. You know, when you're in, you're out. When you're in, you go out. When you're in, you go out, and you come back in when you're out.
Weird sport, man. That you guys are into.
It's tremendous. I'll find it. I've got it somewhere.
Martin Bland, Chiao's not ready. He saw Dan Burn having to cover for him in the game. He came on. He can see he needs time. He came in for Liverpool, where, I mean, with 10 men, we tried to, I think, score the equalizer at the time. Oh no, that was when they scored at the last goal, isn't it? Oh, the defense was all rubbish at the time. There was no defenders available.
You can't point the finger at Chow for that, like, but.
And Tino was actually the one that was funny on somewhere else. Yeah. You know, you can actually question that was bad in game management. It was.
There's 51,000 fans to blame for that. Because it was 51,000 fans. That the only time the 51,000 fans started complaining about the 11 minutes extra time was when Liverpool scored. Because when that 11 minutes board went up, everybody in the stadium, myself included, was going, get in, come on, because we were all over them. 10 men, I know 10 men.
Yeah, but that still doesn't excuse the simple fact that our game management was rubbish. And that's down to Eddie Howe, plain and simple. When you got 10 men and you managed to find an unbelievable equalizer out of nowhere, it's time to go home. In-game management is a big deal, Mighty Win. He wins trophies, brother.
I agree. I'm not going to...
Slappin says, where does the name TAM originate? It stands for Chris the American Mag. That's what it is. It's not anything to do with anything else. The American Mag. Chris the American Mag. That's what it is.
The American Magpie.
The one and only, adored, hated or adored, but never ignored. And Mighty Win likes that. He wants to use that one as well for his LinkedIn account that's
ancient.
He's going to use that one for his LinkedIn and OnlyFans account. But there you go. So we see some comments here. TAM FC, will Osula ever be ready for a Premier League? I am struggling to keep the faith, but I would love to see him prove me wrong.
Wouldn't we all?
Yeah, but here's the thing, you know, we gotta start.
Not for me. He's never going to be a striker for me.
We gotta stop being.
I hope he proves me wrong.
No, see, that's the thing. You know, we gotta start being a little bit cynical. He's not good. He's not good, man. We don't need to be hoping. We don't need to be, you know, all of that's.
Well,
he's getting paid a lot of money. If it doesn't work, well, I mean, true.
And put it this, hey, by the way, Frankfurt were going to pay 30 million for him.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. The first chance that he needs to go, he should probably go. Plain and simple. If a player's not ready, he's not ready. And if he's not giving you inclinations, which is weird because he scores from time to time. When he gets, I mean, I'll guarantee you
his goal per minute ratio is pretty damn good.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So, but still not able to get the trust fully from Eddie Howe. So,
but everybody can see why.
Kevin, if we don't see the new guys that aren't ready in quotes against Bradford, I'm going to start questioning Eddie. Well, I mean, that should be a completely different lineup, and we should be able to beat the mighty and powerful Bradford City. And if we don't, we are proper knackered. I don't want, and then you're gonna start hearing these stories, especially from you. You know, but you know, Bringsby, Twitsby, whatever it's called, beat Man United. So it happens. These teams are, you know, really good and they're really hungry. I'm hungry right now in this 7 and 8 man. That had nothing to do with it. You know, so nothing to do with it. You should be able to beat Man United. But you saw the backlash to Man United. To a certain extent, that's a proper club. That means it's a proper club. Because if not, if they were celebrating and saying, "Oh, it's all right, no problem," then that would be an issue. So if that ever happens to us, which it's happened before, but in this particular case, it has not happened. We have not been eliminated by a really extremely small club. It has happened with Kabashi the last time, I think, against who was it that got us out? And not too long ago, against with before Eddie Howe, we got eliminated from a very small club.
Oh, we've been
Well, I know it's happened before.
Eliminated by small clubs, but
I know that, but I'm
the
saying
big
that it
ones
just.
were Bedford Town, and Hereford.
But it hasn't happened with Eddie Howe. If it happens now, people should be furious. People should
Well,
call
Sheffield
it out.
Wednesday beat us,
Sheffield Wednesday, that's the one.
but at the time they were riding high in the championship, and we.
I forgot which one it was. If it was Sheffield Wednesday or Tuesday, but one of the two. So you always
January the 7th. That was.
if that's if that happens, it should be criticized. It should be pointed out. It shouldn't be it happens, man. It happens to everybody. Rubbish.
Why do I know? It was
elevate the standards, man.
Why do I know that Sheffield Wednesday was January the 7th? Because I watched it in a bar outside Victoria Station, and we were down to.
Well, you certainly look Victorian.
The Palace Theatre, I think it was, to see Hamilton the musical.
Well, you certainly look Victorian.
I missed the first 20 minutes of Hamilton the musical to watch the end of the match.
Well, you certainly look Victorian. That's one thing. Cloud Cuckoo.
Hamilton's you know what Hamilton is, don't you?
Nah, the last time I know about Hamilton.
It's all about the founding fathers of America.
And you're watching that in Newcastle. Well, that's how your country
in London.
Going to. That's how you know your country is going down, praising America instead of England. Cloud Cuckoo. Chris wants Howe up. No, never said that. Never will. Jake, I don't hate Eddie Howe, not at all, But I criticize when I need to criticize. There's there's no difference.
Every chance he gets, Jake, he criticizes every single opportunity.
I praise Eddie Howe as well, just as much. I praise him just as much. That's the thing that people don't want to see. But you got a confession from
you don't
Gavin,
give him anywhere near enough praise. Anybody who praises him is part of a cult, according to you.
If according to your take, yeah. If you say there's nothing better than Eddie Howe, no manager would do this. Like you speaking it on stuff that we don't know.
I'm saying there's not a single manager on this planet who could have done what Eddie Howe's done for us.
That right there is an extreme take, and yeah, I'm gonna have an issue with that because you don't know, because you just simply don't know. I mean, yeah, how would you make?
Nobody's
make that?
ever done it.
Who have we had as managers? Who have we had as managers?
Olasula's there again. Thank you, Olasula. To be fair to Asula, players get better with a run of games. He hasn't had that. Love from Boston. Whoa.
Cheers, mate. Boston. Mighty Win has a mate in Boston.
One of
Boston,
my best mates
Massachusetts.
in the world lives in Boston. Love you guys and all you do. Have a good one.
Shout out in Boston, man. People over there on the East Coast. And Cloud Cuckoo, Chris, do you think we can upgrade on Howe? No, at this moment, I don't think so. I mean, taking in consideration, what we have going on, I think we got a good established something good going. I really hope Eddie Howe can fix his mishaps. But if those in-game management things continue for important games like Man United, I'm sorry, Champions League, or get eliminated on different dodgy circumstances, then the board will look at that and say, look, this man is committing cuck up after cuck up on major games, and he's not realizing that so they might think of making a decision, but I don't think right now that Eddie Howe needs to be going anywhere. And Eddie Howe is in a good place. People talk about Mourinho. What about Mourinho? Mourinho, what about him? Nothing. He's not better than Eddie Howe right now. So there's no going anywhere. But there needs to be criticism towards Eddie when needed, and he needs to realize that when he makes a mistake. That doesn't mean you want to sack him. I don't want to do that. I think sacking Eddie Howe would be a travesty at this moment.
If that was true, Howe would be a world-class manager, but he isn't. Well, you think he isn't. I think he is.
Well, there we go. Listen, we've had a great show. Last one there.
Coach, plain and simple, that's his title.
Anyways, we've had a good show, ladies and gents. Going at each other, not bad. Not as listen. It can be worse.
I'm gonna dig those rules of cricket out for you.
Oh, I don't need that crap,
That'll
man.
give us 5 minutes in a good program.
We'll have Cricket Talk TV here soon, you know. But regardless, folks, it's been a good show. It's been a lovely show. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Please do that. We'll be live again for the presser at 9. No, not 9. That would be 9 for me. But for you, it's going to be 3:10 p.m. 3:10 p.m. with the presser. And then, of course, later on tonight at 9-ish for the preview of Newcastle United versus Barcelona. That will be tomorrow, of course. Match day. Don't forget about that one either. An hour before kickoff, we'll be live on NUFC Talk TV. So join us for that as well. Anyways, folks, thank you very much, all of you, for coming in today, not tonight, and the ones that are going to come in tonight as well. But either way, thank you very much. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks, Wayne. How away the lads?
Away the lads.